Yo, what up? This is Wes, and this is CT's RPT, Real Prison Talk with Wes. And this is where we address a lot of the issues pertaining to prison. So, I've been home for about 3 months now, roughly. And a lot of dudes be like, Wes, you still be on some prison shit. As far as the way I move, the way I talk, certain habits that I've picked up along the years. And although in time, I'm sure I'm going to loosen up and shed a lot of my jail habits. But at the same time, I don't want to lose the structure that I built within myself that helped me to survive the past few years. Because if it'll work in there, it'll work out here. You know, same work ethics, same consistency, same dedication will breed the same results anywhere. And not to mention, that's what keeps me conscious or aware of what I've been through. And I don't want to forget that. That's what a lot of dudes do, you know. And I don't want to be one of those that get out and forget about everything and everyone that I left in there. Because as horrible or as bad as the shit could have been in there, everything that you go through is just building blocks that you use to help build that stronger version of yourself than before you went in. So that's how you take what was given to you as a negative and turn it into a positive. Send us away as a punishment, but we come back stronger and more focused. The problem is that a lot of dudes come home and forget about where they came from. You know, that's the whole problem right there. Then they got the nerve to be surprised when they come back. Everything that you learned when you was in there, you forgot all about it. You need to keep that pain deep inside you as a reminder of what your life could become. When I was up the way bidding with a lot of the lifers that I was fucking with up there, I had a moment when I looked around and was like, I said to myself, this is what the rest of my life can become. This could be my life. I'm looking at these kids that I live with and that I frequent with, you know. And there was kids in there that were younger than me doing life sentences. And they weren't no, these kids weren't no Jeffrey Dahmers or Charles Manson type of niggas with mental or psychological issues. These was regular kids. Oh yeah, shout out to the homie K9 and the homie Vic from Norwalk, man. Both doing life sentences. My little homie K9 couldn't have been no older than 20 years old when he caught his bid. I want to get him on the show to tell his story. I already sent the kite out and I reached out to his peoples. It's now just a matter of him getting my phone number on his phone list, on his list now. Because so he could call the show. Because the way it works out here is you only get a certain amount of numbers that you could put on your list. So the little homie, I guess, is kind of popular because the last time I spoke to him, he was like, yo, Wes, my shit full. So the way I gotta do it, I had sent him a kite with my number on it. He was like, yo, I'm adding you. You can only add numbers the first full Monday through Sunday of each month. So he was like, yo, I'm adding you, but my phone list is full. So by the end of the week, before the deadline comes, before it's too late, I'm dropping your shit. Then I'm gonna put on there, I guess one of his chicks or family members, whoever he planned on speaking to for the rest of the month. So I just told him about the show on my last kite, you know what I mean? And hopefully as soon as possible, we get him on the show. Um, the way they got it set up, we'll have to probably wait till next month so that he can switch his phone list and do it the way he got to do it. You see, they want to be able to control from everything, from who you talk to on the phone to who able to come visit you. I mean, them motherfuckers actually tried to tell my older brother that he couldn't come see me. And I mean, obviously they ain't know who they was fucking with. My brother he ain't going for that shit. He got his ass up on that list, you know what I mean? But I understand that it has to be some type of order or some form of differentiation between those that's in authority and those that's in the cell. But anytime you give a certain people authority, there's always going to be those that abuse it. And I don't see plenty of times when the CO abuses his authority. I seen CO get his ass whooped for abusing his authority. When we was up in the gang block in Corrigan, you gonna hear a lot of my stories come from the gang block because I seen a lot of shit there. But anyway, in the gang block you eat all your meals in the cell. So the COs are walking to each cell, popping them open and handing out the lunch trays one cell at a time. So they popped the cell to one of the homies upstairs to give him his tray. And the homie, he take his tray and he open it up real quick. He see it ain't no bread in it. And he catch the cell door before it closed. He like, yo, ain't no bread in this tray. So the CO, he trying to flex because it's a female CO working in the unit that day. So he tried to catch a stunt on the homie. And he was like, I forgot what he said, but it was along the lines of, fuck your bread, and try to slam the door. So, not knowing that the homie foot is in the door. So instead of the shit slamming, the shit hit his foot and then bounced back open. So now, the homie grabbed his little ass, drags him in the cell, and commenced to put his foot to this officer's ass. The female CO that's working the block, she all scared and shit. She hit the button, but she wasn't trying to go up in there with that nigga with that shit. Like, she waited till the rest of them niggas came. And then, I'm quite sure they whooped the homie out, whooped his ass royally. But, you know what I mean? That's just like one of the incidents where motherfucker trying to abuse their authority. And that shit came back to bite him in his ass. So, I was there in MacDougal when the female CO got her eye stomped out over a fucking Game Boy, you know what I mean? That she tried to take from a motherfucker just because she had a grudge against him. Ain't gonna tell him that shit ain't got his name on it. Fucking Game Boy cost $340. You trying to take it from a nigga that got a life sentence. So, that's why when niggas be like, Wes, you be on some jail shit, I be like, hell yeah. Because when I was there, I done seen some shit and I done been through some shit. And that's one of the few places that if you don't know, you better learn quick. Or your ass could become one of these stories that I be on here telling y'all about. And on that note, we going to wrap it up, man. Do the right thing. Hit the subscribe button. Follow me on Instagram at wes.smith.129. Until next time, peace.